Good morning. My name is Uriel, and I come as a member of YEN, Youth Empowerment Network. And what I wanted to focus on was on three different points. One was on with, wait up. The strategic plan should encourage the city to work with the school district and with nonprofit nonprofit organizations to provide restorative justice programs to our schools and to our community. Many, many of our students and residents need a second chance. Maybe most of them have no chance for a second chance. Residents as well as homeless and our our seniors have make a great part of our population, and most of them are not being what's being identified as them as part of our population. Uh, Santana is mostly immigrant residents, and while Santana is um, while Santana has a contract with ICE, it's one of the most not a very well idea because most of our population residents are immigrants, such as Latinos, Hispanics, and etc. I have a personal story. Once, my stepfather gave a ride to one of his close friends. He got stopped for not having a license. Um, got, uh, he went to prison and was later on deported. And as many of our families, our fathers are the ones that bring the money to our households and try to keep everything together. Uh, Not only that, many of our homeless are being stuck in our parks in different areas, which some people don't want them. Many homeless shelters are have no more have no more space for their for any more people, and we there is there not a lot of people want them in our parks, but they have nowhere to stay at. They might say they have a house or something like that, but they don't. One of you guys want to cooperate with to bring many businesses. Part of those businesses should give part of their jobs to homeless and those that are not employed, because many of our homeless need or rather work for their money than just accept it by hand without working for it.
My name is Jonathan Garcia. I come here representing BMOC, and I'm a resident of Santa Ana High School, and I attend Valley High School, and I'm a senior. All right. A point that I want to say is about safety. Safety is a big priority for all of us in Santa Ana, but safety doesn't mean police corresponding just to crimes. Real safety means the prevention of crimes and danger through the investment in our community's future and the creating an environment of trust, meaning that police are so, when they pass by to the people, they just don't see them as suspicious. I want them to say hi and have a relationship with us, also the youth, because I see them see us as criminals, and I don't think that's fair. So also I want to talk about the strategic plan, and I think restorative justice should be considered in it. I think it should also work with school districts and nonprofit organizations. Also, restorative justice makes all of us a part of it, and it helps to resolve conflicts, and it gives us all respect to each other. So, yeah, thanks. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sandy Bell Ramirez, and I'm a youth from KidWorks, the Youth Empowerment Network, and I'm also a youth resident. As a resident of Santa Ana, I would like to thank you for listening to our community, but I would also like to point that it's important that we know those safety necessities that the plan currently lacks. As an undocumented youth, I stand here to talk about the police contract with ICE. The current contract has only brought upon us a financial burden, but it has created fear in our community. It's time we end the deportation of countless of people who do not have a criminal record, but also to end the separation of families. I would like to point out the need for restorative justice programs in our neighborhood and schools. The current criminal justice system only leads to greater incarceration rates for struggling youth. Meanwhile, restorative justice provides a place for healing and opportunity for all youth to contribute to our community and as healthy adults. Being a Santa Ana youth, all I ask is for a safe community for all youth, including LGBTQ youth, to guarantee a safe and prosperous community. Thank you.
Hi, I am a resident of Santa Ana and also raised in this beautiful city. I'm also here representing KidWorks, including the youth that are here advocating for access to safe bicycle lanes and walkable streets. When I recently decided to start riding my bike to work and to run personal errands, it's made me appreciate my city on a whole new level. I've noticed small local businesses, shops, and restaurants, and including beautiful homes that I've never noticed before when I would just drive by in my car, and this has been going on for years. Santa Ana does not have enough bicycle lanes throughout the city, and I'm tired of getting honked at by drivers that think I am in their way or driving or taking up space in the car lanes. And this happens quite often as the group of youth and I that rode our bikes from KidWorks to this location here this morning. It happened a few times as well where we get honked at or drivers drive past us very quickly as if we are in their way. This is obviously a safety issue for bicycle commuters like myself and the youth and the parents that I work with. I believe we need to build a visible bicycle culture in Santa Ana for all bicyclists that commute to school, work, and other various locations. As a city, you now have the historical opportunity to include complete streets policies throughout the strategic plan and implement those policies, starting with the neighborhoods with the most needs and improving safe streets and sidewalks, including and public health.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nancy Mejia. I'm here representing Latino Health Access. We've been in Santa Ana for 20 years now, promoting health and wellness. We're very excited to be a part of this 5-year strategic plan, and we're really glad to see a community health, that community health appears as a goal in the plan. We do have several recommendations about how to improve the strategic plan as staff works on a revised draft so that it more specifically reflects health as one of our city's values moving forward. Our first recommendation is that the word prevention should be in the mission statement. We have to base our mission not just on short-term solutions to problems that exist now, but also on long-term solutions that it will improve the conditions for our neighborhoods in the long run. I also noticed that updating the city's general plan is part of the economic development goal. And I'd also like to see that it is updated so that its update be reflected as part of the community health goal. We would like to see health be incorporated into all policies of the general plan, and it already has in the housing element. It's being done so in the circulation element, but we'd like to also see that as part of the health goal. Also, I wanted to speak on Objective 6 under the health goal, page 14, for those of you that want to follow along. It says, focus projects and programs on improving health and wellness of all residents. We think that's a very important objective. And putting on my public health hat, I will also tell you that data is very important in how you do that in a community, especially in guiding what programs to deliver and where geographically you're going to do that. Orange County has collected data. We know the census collects data, and Orange County put out a Healthy Places, Healthy People report that we can send to anyone if they want to see it. They collected data on indicators of health, poverty, education, and sadly, Santa Ana is last on all of those indicators. So we want to push the city a little bit more to be proactive in partnering with organizations like a lot of those here today, local colleges and universities, and also the California Endowment in Building Healthy Communities in collecting data on an ongoing basis at the neighborhood level. That's the data that we're lacking. So we already know that Santa Ana is suffering in some areas, but now we want to go and see what are the neighborhoods where we need to have the most impact. So that's what I want to promote today, is that there be a strategy under that objective where we're working together to collect that data on an ongoing basis so that we can develop indicators that are measurable throughout. Thank you.
Good morning.
Mr. Katz.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Peter Katz. I'm a veteran and 45-year resident of this city. I sit on the Veteran Cemetery Board, the Vietnam War Museum Board, ComLink, Connect to Council, and I'm a former chairman of the Main Street Commission for the city of Garden Grove. I'm a historian, traveler, and writer. I bring this up because I've been around the block and I've watched cities struggle with making things work in cities, and there's a lot of great ideas what we can do here. But unfortunately, that all takes money. Money, money, money. We have to find ways to pay for all of these things we want to do. And economic development is the key. It has always been the key. We are hosted here today by Local 652, a great union, but union membership in this country is 11.3%, the lowest since the 1930s. It has destroyed our middle class. So how do we look at the problem that we have in this city and other cities? The computer revolution is entering its third phase. It destroyed the manufacturing phase by shipping autos, TVs, and cell phones overseas. It is in the process of destroying the retail business. Even companies like McDonald's are struggling because I can buy a sandwich at Walmart cheaper than I can at McDonald's. And now we're entering the third phase, the professional phase, where we have bathroom lawyers that don't even need to go to the courthouse. The police department can read 22,000 license plates per minute. There's no clerks to research this anymore. So what is the answer? A lot of cities have looked at answers: more government, gambling, marijuana sales. Instead of looking at what built cities for 5,000 years, what was the great revenue source that built cities? Arts, culture, entertainment, tourism, transportation, housing, agriculture, healthcare. All of these things are possible in a great city, but you have to have contract set-asides, a 5% set-aside that employs veterans, the homeless, the aged, the young, the undocumented, the middle class. We have to put our own people to work. Strong neighborhoods and strong businesses are the backbone of a community. But if there are no jobs in a community, what good are parks? What good are decent schools? People are going to move to another community where they can find a better job. So I think the answer lies in a partnership between government, business, and nonprofits working together. When you look at the San Jose Hospital today, where they have robots filling prescriptions, you know, let's take a look at what jobs are here. We sit on the cutting edge of tourism. I mean, the great middle class of China, India, Indonesia will be coming here on vacation. That's one thing a computer can't do. And in the tourist industry, we have a great avenue along Harbor Boulevard. We need to develop tourism. And Geraldo Moye, I give him credit. He has created a festival schedule that lets people know in advance the entertainment that will be coming to the downtown area. It gives businesses a chance to plan sales. It gives tourists a chance to plan vacations, and that's what's going to generate the revenue to do all these nice things that everybody wants. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. I'm here. My name is Barbara Kider Garcia, and I work at KidWorks. I am here to echo a lot of the words that we've been hearing from our youth, especially when it comes to transformational opportunities for youth that are geared towards skill building, and rather than just transactional activities where they just come in and for one day. So I specifically want to echo one of the youth who mentioned under youth education and recreation, objective 2, strategy A, a camping trip to Catalina Island that focuses on camping skills. And we believe that rather than doing activities with our youth, we want to work on transformational opportunities for them, such as an internship program that offers true opportunities for youth to achieve lifelong success and not just activities. With that, we would like the city to invest and develop a position for a youth internship supervisor that would oversee and assure the quality and the intentionality of the program, of the internship program. With that said, I'm going to give space for more people to keep the conversation going, but really working on an internship program for youth.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Again, my name is Tony Ortuño. I am a youth program coordinator at the Gay and Lesbian Center of Orange County, which is located on 17th and Spurgeon here in Santana. I'm not a resident of Santana, but I've worked in this community for the past 4 to 5 years. And I wanted to highlight 2 points in my comments today around youth and safety. Specifically for youth, as a youth program coordinator, working with youth for the past 1.5 years and somewhat being a youth myself, I guess. And hearing the stories of our lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning youth, and it not be mentioned in this plan is pretty upsetting. So I wanted to contribute my points by saying that although I support mentorship programs that provide some access for youth in the city, it also has to be visible that it's welcoming and accepting of these of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender youth who are going to access these resources. Because these youth already struggle at home to try to gain acceptance, struggle at school to try to get acceptance from their peers and from their teachers. And part of our work at the center as a youth coordinator is that we're going to your schools here in Santana to try to provide those spaces. And the city should reflect that same attitude that we're trying to create in the schools at the city level. And not only will that affect the youth, but it'll also affect just the people around as well who are in the process of coming out or who are out already and want to be more visible in this community. So that's my points for the youth. As far as safety, I wanted to highlight that I do support the implementation of restorative justice programs in our communities, in our schools, and also to end the ICE contracts that the city currently has, and incorporating also that, bringing back the issue of LGBTQ community, that the city of Santa Ana and the jail in Santa Ana actually hosts a pod that hosts our gay, bisexual, and transgender people who are immigrants. And although they have that created for this community, we've also heard stories of incompetency in these pods, and so we need to end these contracts with ICE. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Christina Rush, and I'm with the Bristol Street Business Owners Coalition. Thank you for the opportunity to participate today. Working with Sacred and the Santa Ana Building Healthy Communities, we believe that the strategic plan unites many dreams for Santa Ana's future under one plan so we can build a better future. To do so, this plan must reflect equitable economic growth as an investment in the community. Creating an environment where economic growth is fairly distributed is not easy to achieve, but it can be accomplished. When things are better for everyone, be it through better housing, quality job creation, small business opportunities, safety through prevention, our community benefits from lower unemployment rates, less crime, reinvestment in the community, and more. The key is that equitable growth is a means to achieving equality and inclusivity. Currently, the economic development policies in the plan focus much more on investment in the downtown area, and downtown makes up only a small portion of the city. We should have strategies that apply to the whole city and all of its businesses, commercial and industrial districts. The economic development policies in the plan also speak very little about workers, students, Santa Ana residents, and support for existing small businesses. A strategic plan without a focus on equitable development makes many people and many small businesses feel disenfranchised from the whole. It fosters an environment of haves and have-nots rather than create an environment of inclusivity. Sustainable communities and equitable economic growth are based upon the idea of inclusivity. Make things better for the community as a whole and everyone will prosper. Ensure access to good jobs at a good wage and everyone does better. Let's make all of us, residents, small business and corporations, feel included, valued, and vested in their city. Small businesses, the mom and pops that form the backbone of any community and from which many large corporations were formed, should be respected and protected. When advocating equitable growth policies, we are in essence advocating policies of inclusivity. There is a place for everyone to participate on a more level playing field, and the community as a whole benefits. Please consider the addition of some policies that will benefit Santa Ana residents and its business community by promoting equality. Thank you.
All right, good morning, everyone. I'm Pocha Peña, Sandra Pocha Peña from United Artists of Santa Ana. We support Sacred, Occupy Santa Ana, and Latino Health Accesses initiatives. I want to thank the city staff and our electeds for all your hard work and support of this community inclusive strategic plan. And of course, thank the community for coming out and giving feedback. I also want to thank you all for writing arts and culture into the strategic plan. And I want to comment upon the section on health and livability. You mentioned reuse of commercial and industrial buildings, and we just want to emphasize live-work uses for those spaces. As many of you may have heard, we have had a big problem with displacement of our creative class. It is very hard to find affordable spaces that one can live and also carry out industrial work at. And also, thank you for making artists a priority for affordable housing. That's very important for us. We haven't had that. We do want you to consider, as you explore affordable housing, placing some of these units in downtown, above the storefronts. We have a lot of empty space above our downtown storefronts. And it really is a safety issue, you know, to not have anybody downtown after business hours except people that go to the bars. It really provides security with all those eyes on the street, I believe is what law enforcement calls it. Also consider opening up some of these units to seniors, low-income units above storefronts in the downtown to seniors. It's centrally located. It's very convenient for them. And I'll tell you, any senior citizen knows exactly what's going on around them and around their block. They can tell you what that you've had for lunch. So they're wonderful people to have incorporated into our living community. I also want to encourage you to explore areas outside of downtown for live work and for artist colonies, especially communities of Delhi, maybe by the church, by the cultural center there. Consider Santa Anita, Tiny Tim Plaza on 5th Street is very underused and could really use some more live work, art community spaces, cultural spaces. Santiago Park, of course, and beyond, so that all parts of our city can become activated by arts and culture, provide opportunities for our youth, opportunities for our elders to interact with other classes, other generations. I also want to comment upon the Arts Master Plan. Thank you for including that. And thank you for, wanting to have more investment in our arts infrastructure. I just want to emphasize the connection between art and business. We have, for example, a real problem with signage around the city, and I encourage you to please incorporate, bring the artists in to help design all those signs. If anyone looks at images of our downtown from the 50s and the 60s, one thing our downtown really had was very unique and beautifully designed signage. Just check out some of those photographs. They're really outstanding. And instead, what we have now in our beautiful historic core and around the city are these strip mall, no design, really ugly kind of signage for businesses. And if we're going to make Santa Ana a destination, let's really work on our civic design. Let's incorporate our artists and our creative community. And please look to Cincinnati, which has a wonderful program about incorporating their artists in designing their downtown signage. So let's bring back the charm to downtown Santa Ana. Thanks so much.
Good morning. Hi, my name is Softy Alvarez. I'm a 16-year-old Santa Ana resident in Ward 5. I am a youth from Latina Health Access and from the core group Community Organized Youth Recruiting for Empowerment. Today I'm here representing Sacred and the youth of Santa Ana. I want to see Santa Ana be able to provide job opportunities for youth and adults. I would love to work in the community I live in because I believe I can make a huge contribution to the city who gave me an opportunity to grow into a healthy, mature, and independent adult. We are one of the youngest cities where we have youth that are intelligent and talented and would benefit from having job opportunities. I want to see this be reflected in the strategic plan. Youth and Recreation and Education Strategy 4 is a good start, but let's make sure that this program provides stipends or school credits like community service. And let's make sure it's a big program for 15 youth or more. And one person to contact when looking for internships. One city staff that coordinates the program so it's easy for youth to navigate. The strategic plan unites many dreams for community futures under one plan so we can build a better future for Santa Ana. Thank you.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Teresa Quinn. Yo vengo representando al grupo Existo. Somos padres con niños con disabilidades diferentes. Soy madre de 4 hijos, residente de Santa Ana por más de 23 años. Estoy aquí para hablar. Yo sé que han escuchado mucho ahorita del arte y la cultura.
My name is Teresa Quinn. I'm coming representing a group called Existo, which helps to advocate for young people with handicaps and other people with disabilities in our community. And I know you've heard a lot about art and culture today, about the strategic plan, and it's a big component of the plan.
El plan estratégico de fomentar la cultura, la comunidad vive en la mayor parte de la comunidad que vive en Santa Ana, el 80% son latinos.
I believe that the strategic plan should emphasize and push culture of the community that actually lives here in Santa Ana. From what my experience, what I understand, 80% of the people that live here were Latino in the city of Santa Ana.
El arte y la cultura no debe fomentarse solamente en una galería. Tenemos centros comunitarios, escuelas, parques y nuestras calles donde la comunidad puede participar con su cultura a través de sus tradiciones.
So art and culture shouldn't just be something that happens in galleries, but we have community centers, schools, parks, and our streets where the community can practice their art through their own traditions and histories.
La cultura hace comunidades y la comunidad hace la cultura y devuelve la dignidad como seres humanos.
Culture makes community, but the community also makes culture. And we believe that it should value the dignity of each person as a human being.
Incluyendo a nuestra comunidad de necesidades especiales y creando comunidades saludables y seguras.
And I believe that we should be creating culture and art that includes our community with handicaps and disabilities and that focuses on healthy and safe communities.
Esto genera que ante los ojos de las otras ciudades seamos una ciudad que quiere demostrar que en Santa Ana la inmigración es una solución, no un problema. Gracias.
And this can create before the eyes of other cities a feeling that our city is a city that people want to visit, and it can show that Santa Ana and immigration is a solution and not a problem. Thank you all.
And I've been living in Santa Ana. I've been a resident for 15 years. And a portion of my life I lived in Townsend and Raid with a bunch of my friends. And I've experienced things that like a young kid shouldn't have been experiencing. I've seen my friends get arrested for like crimes that they didn't even commit. And like, to be honest, that kind of breaks my heart, but I kind of moved on. And I just want to ask that instead of like incarcerating more kids and more youth, you guys should build centers for us so that we could get more involved with the community as well. And like, I've also gone to other cities, and I've noticed that they have like better parks. By better parks, I mean like they have more handball courts where the community gets involved and like creates a tournament so that the whole community can like know how it feels to be together. Also, I would like to say that you guys are doing a great job, but it'll be better if we just create more community centers for us, you know, so that we could actually like just get more involved and have the experience of being a kid instead of being in the streets. So that's all I wanted to say to you guys, and thank you for all you guys paying attention for me.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Good morning. My name is Anna Charco, and I'm a youth resident from Ward 4. I am part of the Youth Empowerment Network at KidWorks, and I am here to represent the youth of Santa Ana. Looking over the strategic plan draft, I realized that nowhere in the draft was there a focus on educational resources for residents to continue their education. If we open centers where residents with lower levels of education, like my parents and many others, can continue their education, our families will be more inspired to study and focus on school. We will invest in our community through education. In addition, we will change the image of Santa Ana as an amazing young community that we are and increase the number of high school graduates. I believe education is the key to success, and it will definitely make a brighter Santa Ana. Thank you for listening, and I'm ready for the new Santa Ana.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Omar Rosas. I'm a leader with the OCO, and I'm also a member of Immaculate Heart of Mary community. And I want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to express our concerns, our opinions. And one of them, personally, I feel that ICE should be removed from our jail in Santa Ana because, like so many others, we are a community of mostly Hispanics, and a lot of us are undocumented. I personally came to this country when I was 15, and my opportunity to be a dreamer was almost was jeopardized by an event back in 2006, and I honestly call that event that experience that it was just based on racial profiling, because I was not driving, I wasn't committing any crimes, and I was stopped, and I was the only one. There was Asian people, there were other Caucasians, and I was the only one taken into custody, just because I look suspicious. So I don't think that's fair to have the people who are going after us in our own city. So thank you very much, and have a good one.
Buenos días. Primero que nada quiero decirle que estoy un poco molesto porque tiene una hora que yo, 2 horas que puse mi papel y gente llegó 1 hora después y pasó primero. No es justo.
First thing I want to say is I'm just a little annoyed because I showed up here and I had my paper turned in about 2 hours ago, and people that just showed up in the last hour are speaking first, so that doesn't seem fair to me.
Mi nombre es Hermelino Saldaña. Yo represento a OCO, Secret. Y le doy gracias al Concilio Santana por este plan que están haciendo. Hay cosas buenas y cosas malas. Por ejemplo, lo bueno es que quieren hacer juntas el plan estratégico con la ciudad cada 2 veces al año o 3 veces. Eso me parece bien.
I want to thank the city and the city staff. My name is Hermelindo Saldaño. I'm here representing OCO and Sacred. And I just want to thank the city staff, the city council members for putting this plan together. I think there's a lot of good things and then some things that could be some bad things in this strategic plan. One of the things I think that's great is the idea of having 2 times a year outreach or town halls about the strategic plan. That seems like a great thing to me.
El Concilio de Santa Ana siempre lo hemos apoyado y lo seguiremos apoyando. Pero también necesitamos el apoyo de ellos. ¿En qué forma? En que queremos a la migra fuera de la cárcel de Santa Ana.
I think we've supported and we will continue to support the city and the city council members, but we also need the support from the council and the city in some of the things we want. And what would be one of these ways? In getting ICE out of the jail of Santa Ana.
Entiendo que hay 125 familias o representantes de familia que trabajan ahí y que de ahí mantienen a sus familias. Pero de esas 125 familias que se benefician, hay miles de familias que no se benefician.
I understand that there are 150 jail guards that have families and that benefit from this, but there are thousands and thousands of families that aren't benefiting from this situation.
La razón es que yo quiero a la ICE fuera de la cárcel de Santana es que porque hace poco a mi hermano, por una infracción de tráfico, lo agarraron, lo llevaron a la cárcel y lo agarró la migra ahí en la cárcel, o sea, ICE. ¿Y qué pasó? Que mi hermano ya está en México, él estaba bien con su apartamento, su familia. Ahorita, ¿qué pasa? Su familia, su esposa, sus hijas andan viviendo en cuartitos. ¿Por qué? Porque no está el padre de familia por causa de la policía.
The reason I want ICE out of this jail is that a little while ago, my brother was actually stopped by the police for a minor infraction, a traffic violation. He was taken to the jail for this, and he was gotten by ICE in jail, and he was taken to Mexico. And what happened there? Before, he was living in an apartment with his wife and his kids in a nice apartment, and now now that he's back in Mexico, his wife and his kids are here alone, and they're living in a small rooms just to be able to maintain their family.
Y por último, quiero que el plan sea más claro, particularmente la sección que habla de un modelo fiscal y sensato. Gracias.
And I just want to make sure the plan is more clear about this and reflects that, particularly the section that speaks about the jail and fiscal, a sustainable fiscal or healthy fiscal model.